Morning guys, Friday the 25th of September 2020, it's 11 AM. So I was right yesterday, I came down, went down nice and early yesterday. Sorry, I'm not sure how the wind's affecting this, I'm trying to shelter you from the wind. Went down nice and early yesterday from the allotment. Done what I said I was going to do, watched a couple of survivals, had a bit of bite to eat and one thing and another. And the sun was shining this morning, so I decided we'd be back up here, and I've been up here since 8 o'clock this morning. So I've been up here 3 hours now. I haven't had a cup of coffee or anything. Checked on the birds, made sure everything was fine there. Didn't bother going in the shed. I thought if I sit down, that's it. Came straight over into the garden, guys. So I'm pleased to say I've had a productive morning, but a very, very hard morning. So basically you'll see down here now, I've started moving some manure, as you can see, and I'm going to actually spin the camera around now and show you what I got done. Now even if I only get this finished today, I'll be happy choppy and it'll spur me on yet again. So I'm just going to turn the camera around guys and see what you think. Right guys, I'll try and protect you from the wind as much as I can here, but it is really windy today and it was freezing when I came here. But since I've been doing the work, the jacket's off and everything now, excuse me. Right, you're going to say, well that's not much, but believe me, this was hard work. So what I've managed to do is I've managed to get out the blackcurrant trees that they've bedded themselves right down, and it took me nearly 2 hours just to get the trees out of here that I wanted out. So the blackcurrants are out now and the gooseberries, and as you can see we've got a nice new membrane down there, and all this is horse manure, or cow manure rather, coming up to 2/3 of the bed deep, and then it'll be chopped off with some nice boat compost, good compost, to finish it off ready for winter. But I've just put the cow manure on here now, and it's actually breaking down very nice. Bit of air at that now, and I've broke it up with the actual fork. So I'm using a fork here to break it up with as I'm going along, breaking any big lumps and clumps. Look at the air at it. It's absolutely alive with worms and insects, so it's really good guys. It was worth getting it when we did, and being under that plastic up there, it's just rotted down beautifully. So that's going on there now guys. This is going to make this entire bed up, and this is going to make it a lot clearer as well. I'll use this as an onion and a garlic bed guys, even lettuces and quick catch crops like radishes and things like that. But I am delighted, sorry about the wind again guys, I am absolutely delighted with the progress that I've got done. And even if I only get this bed finished today, I really do need a drink, and I'm hoping that when I sit down to have a cup of coffee, that doesn't put the nail in the coffin, as they say. So I really do want to come back. I want to try and at least get this bed done as well. I've had a couple of other different ideas about this now. I was going to pull the pear tree out, but I'm not going to now. So what I'll do is I'm just going to cut it back severely, and dwarf it as much as I can. It's going to be too difficult me trying to pull that out. But yeah, I'm toying with the idea of actually putting some boards up here and just having, sorry guys, I'm trying to shield you from the wind but trying to video at the same time. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting some oh dear, my brain's gone dead, some decking boards, putting some decking boards down here and dividing this bed across, and then backfilling all of this with plenty of manure to feed the trees, and then dressing it off with wood chips to try and suppress the weeds around the trees. And then from here we're going to get this weeded again. We're going to put down yet another membrane, and then we're going to fill this up with cow manure. And I am going to still use this for onions because they done quite well in here last year, and with a bit of feed with the cow manure and everything, we're going to use this for onions as well. We absolutely love onions and garlic, and this year I'm determined, or rather next year I'm determined, we're going to have a good crop. So we got a decent crop this year, but nowhere near as many as I would have liked. There would have been a second batch, but as you know, I sacrificed them to get this bed sorted out and done right. Alright guys, so that's just a bit of a quick update on how things are going. Hope you're enjoying the little snippets of videos that I'm giving, but as you can see, this looks $1 million. And I did, by the way, I didn't just cover this over, I did take out all the root and the weed and put this down as well, just as an extra protection to try and keep this bed right now, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep on doing heavy work like this. So I'm trying to make it as simple as I can, guys. So yeah, great progress. I'm a happy chappy, even if I only get this done today, guys. I'll catch you in the shed. Bye. Right guys, I'm over in the shed now. I'm having a cup of coffee. So far I've about half drunk it, and so far I've still got the motivation. I'm determined I'm going to go and finish that little bed off. If I get nothing else done today, that would be one complete bed done and dusted, and that will be really positive on the mind. So I'm starting to think that I might have had a slight bit of depression. I might be wrong. I don't normally get depressed, but I might be wrong. I might have had a slight bit of depression creeping in because everything was getting on top of me, with the birds. And it didn't matter how much I'd done, I just kept going round and round in circles, and I felt like I was getting nowhere fast. So an element of that might be mental, although the physical struggling to breathe and not being able to do as much is real. Compounding that might have been the thought process as well, saying, well, basically I've had enough, I can't keep on top of this anymore, and perhaps I was giving up. And I needed to take a step back, basically. And like I said, I did continue with the birds, and made a decision that was getting reduced, and I sold, as I say, about 40 birds, and that has made a difference. And perhaps just lightening that load that little touch has given me the motivation to start again. But more so because I knew I had a few days coming up, and I was determined I was going to take a bit of respite and chill out time. But I thought, you know what, I have that every night after work, and of course I'm fortunate, I have a job and I don't need to travel to work anymore. I don't need the commute and all the hustle and bustle of life, and life is actually quite good overall. The health side of things is letting me down a little bit, and I can't do as much as I would like to, and I think that plays on my mind. But I have to keep telling myself and reminding myself little bit and often, little and often. And that's what I'm going to have to do, guys, now, is just do a little bit and often. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee, and I'm determined I'm going to go and at least finish that bed off over there. So that's my intentions. If I still have a bit of MoJo left and a bit of energy left, and I'm not too out of breath, I might make a start on the big bed where the trees are as well. Even if I only make a start, it's a little bit more done. So we'll see how that goes, guys. And I'm going to take the little muffle microphone over with me as well, so that, and hopefully we can, I played back the video of the first part of the footage, and it was horrendous. Basically the wind it's really, really wild out there today. And it's pretty cool as well, but the sun's shining, and that's the main thing. And once I get working and I'm digging, I soon warm up, so excuse me. So yeah, enough waffling on. I'm going to finish the cup of coffee off. I'm going to get back over there, and we'll give you a little look around when we finish, guys. I'll see you later. Right, guys, I'm going to attempt to give you an update. It's still blowing a hooligan. I've tried the little lapel mic, and it works part of the way through, and then it breaks down again. So I've just tried to record 3 times. I'm not going to waste any more time. So if there's any wind noise, I'm afraid you're going to have to live with it, guys. Right, I'm going to give you a bit of an update. So what we've done here, As you can see, we've had a bit of a tidy up, but you can see quite a significant amount of cow manure has now gone from here. We've used quite a bit, and I've been trying to get myself a path back up there, and mainly to get the trailer out of there when Tony does eventually come for it. We could probably even pull it out of there now, probably as it is, but I'm working that way across. Really deep down, it hasn't fully broken down, but the top is all broken down nicely, and we can use a lot of that on the beds, and we might even be left with a little bit left over, which will probably go in the compost bins, and that should hopefully mop it up. But having said that, there's a lot of cow manure there still. We might still have some for next year. It might still be sitting there. Right guys, so I did find my MoJo. It's now 3:05 in the afternoon, and I've managed to stick it out this long, but I'm absolutely exhausted now, guys. But I've had a very, very productive day, and I'm just going to give you a little look around and see what we got done. Excuse me. Right, so as you know, we said we were coming back over here, and I at least wanted to get this bed finished. Well, as you can see, we did. We got the bed finished all the way through. Now, I know it was sort of about here by the time I went for a cup of coffee, but I haven't been back over for another cup of coffee since, and I've never stopped. So we came back over and we got that finished, guys, and then I decided I was doing this. So I decided we're going to make a start on this bed. We've got all of this weeded, we've got a membrane put down, we've got a dividing board put in. Sorry about the wind, guys. We've got a dividing board put in there, which it's more or less splits the bed more or less equally in two, and we got the wood chip in, we got the so we got a load of cow manure in around the trees, and then we put membrane on top, and then we put the wood chip on, and I'm hoping that's going to keep all the weeds back, guys. But we've severely cut the trees back as well, as you can see. I know it's not really the right time of year, but it's getting there. Cut them right back, and we've severely dwarfed the pear tree. Now, that was an easier option than me trying to dig this out of here, guys, because I just wouldn't have been able to do it. It got too well grown. So I decided the option was to try and dwarf it, and that's exactly what we've done. If you remember, it was up here somewhere, but it had gone this high again. Now, it will bush out each year again, but the bush I can live with, and we can easily trim it back again, try and keep the height. We can let it go a little bit, but we don't want it getting out of hand. And likewise, we've severely cut back the apple trees as well, guys. Pruned them right back. I didn't want to go right to the stalk, but we've taken them right back, guys. It might actually improve the health of them next year as well. And there's a good, I would say, 4-inch layer of cow manure on there, guys, as well. And then I spread it under this membrane as well, so really the entire bed has got cow manure which will feed the trees underneath. And of course, now we've got it divided, tomorrow we'll put some cow manure on here and bring this up. And well, I'm saying that weather permitting and how I feel, but I've definitely had a bit more energy today, and yeah, I had to keep stopping regularly, and as you can see, when you look at that and this, that's all I've got done since 8 o'clock this morning. Most people would have done that in a couple of hours, but yeah, it is what it is now, guys. I just have to accept the fact. So I'm pleased overall. It's been a very, very productive day as far as I'm concerned. Now tomorrow again as well, that shouldn't take too long because the hard work's done, just filling this up with cow manure. And then, depending how I feel, I might roll the sides up on this, get this bed completely stripped out, cardboard down, manure on top, and then we'll sort of half of garden ready for winter. Or as good as, more or less ready for winter, guys. We might put cardboard on the top of the beds when we're finished, or plastic or something, just to stop any weed seed getting on there, and finish it off. then that'll just leave these beds, but there's only 2, 4, 6, 7 beds, and yeah, we've still got the weeding to do in these guys, but there isn't a great deal. It shouldn't be too difficult. It'll be a quick scrape over with a little fork, lift the loose weeds out. Still got to take the stumps out off the cabbages and what have you. But it'll be a quick scratch over, take all the loose weeds out, cardboard down, cow manure on top. We'll just see how we go tomorrow, guys. But yeah, really pleased how much I've got done there. That's a really good day's work. I'm delighted. I'm going to go home feeling a lot better tonight, knowing that's out of the way. Alright guys, we'll give you a final catch up in the shed, and then that's it. Right guys, you're getting your final roundup down in the house. By the time I'd finished, put the tools away and one thing or another, I really couldn't even be bothered making a cup of coffee. I basically just cleaned my cup and I came straight down home. I meant to say yesterday as well, by the way, ironically, when I decided to have an early finish and go and watch a couple of survivals, which I did do, I hadn't got in the car and been in the car 2 minutes I think, and it opened up from the high heavens. So it was good thought and a good timing on my part. So yeah, today, really productive day. Hoping tomorrow I still have a bit of energy and a bit of drive, and the weather's okay. Get the birds sorted out, and then hopefully we'll get that bed finished off with the cow manure, and we might even get a start on the other one and get everything ripped out on that, get it weeded, and get the cow manure down in that one as well. So yeah, keep chipping away at it like this. In 2 days I've made massive progress, so yeah, that's a real positive, that is. Way more than I expected I was going to get done, so a real positive, guys. If you're new to my channel, please do think about hitting the subscribe button and then hit the little bell icon on the right, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. For now guys, that's it. Stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching guys.